And welcome back to Casual Camping and Outdoors. Today, John and I are hiking out in the Jennings State Forest. It's kind of middle afternoon right now. This is not a huge trip for us. We're just kind of scouting around. We've never been here before. We found a parking area. I have no idea how to tell you how to get here. I'm not even sure how we got here. We just kind of followed our noses. But we found a sign that said that the Chapman camping area, the primitive camping area, is a hike of about 8/10 of a mile. So we're going to take that hike and we're going to see what we can see, because we may want to come back out here and set up camp on one weekend. So stick with us. What'd you find?
There's a little puddle. Water.
Alright, here's the first sign that we've come in on since the parking area. This is called the Pioneer Trail, and it says Knight's Landing is 2.4 miles, Indian Ford, whatever that is 4.9 miles, and Creekside Campsite is 8/10 of a mile. Now in the parking area, it said Knight's Landing was 2.5 miles, and they called the campsite Chapman Camping. So I don't know if they're the same campsites or different campsites, but we're going to hike down here and find out.
Want me to hold on to the...
Yeah, hold on to the rope.
Because the thing I did when I went across was this.
Okay, well,
Good balance. So which one would you rather me do?
I'd rather you hold on the rope, because I'd rather not fish you out of the water.
Alright.
You realize this is all on video, right?
This is...
Go take off. What a pretty area. One thing you want to be aware of if you're coming out here to hike or to camp, if you take a look behind me, this trail is neither level nor even. So just be aware of that and be prepared when you come out here. Also, some bug spray would be a good idea. It's been so cold lately, we didn't think the insects would be a problem, but we're getting buzzed out here pretty good. And we're about 2/3 of the way to the camping area, and we've come across this little overlook. Well, no, John won't be here if you come see the overlook, but down below us you can see the creek. It's a beautiful area. We saw a family coming the opposite way as we were coming down this trail, and they told us the camping area is probably less than 1/4 of a mile, so we're almost there. And right after filming that last segment, I found this sign, and it says Ellis Ford, which I think is the parking area where we started off from, is 0.6 miles to our left, which means that if the campsite was 0.8 miles from the parking area, then the fella in the other family was right. He said just under 1/4 of a mile. So but this is where we are, and we found the campsite. It's a clear area right next to this creek. I don't know what this creek is. This might be Black Creek, or it might be a tributary to Black Creek. And there goes Danny. And other than that one family we passed, we're the only ones out here. It's a fire pit, camping area, creek. I would imagine you can fish there. Okay, well, John and I were out here messing around at the campsite. We found this kind of I guess it's a pine knot, or a palmetto knot rather, because this looks like a piece of a palmetto bush. It was cut down or dyed or whatever, but this stuff is very fuzzy. It just kind of rips out. And so John and I are going to take a handful of this over to that fire ring and see if this stuff would work as a natural fire tinder. Being as fuzzy as it is, it might. There's also a lot of dirt in it, but John, let's take this over here and try this. And as you can see, our previous fire where we had with the crumbled up palmetto leaf has gone out, so we're going to try this one. And as fuzzy as it is, it might light up pretty easily. We'll see. Well, that one started to flame. I wouldn't call it fantastic, but there we have flame. It worked. That would certainly be enough to get a fire going, as long as you have a bunch of little small twigs and stuff and build on your flame. It would work. So there you go. I don't know if you can tell by the video or not, but we're starting to lose the light, so we're headed back to the truck. There goes Danny. Truck. Whenever you take a dog in the woods, you need to make sure you check the dog for ticks. And here I'm getting tongue-tied. So we're going to take off Danny's harness, and we're going to look her over for ticks. Look her over for ticks. And we'll do this off camera, but you want to make sure you check inside her ears, you check between her toes, you check her underside, and yeah, some places you'd really, yeah. Check the dog all over for ticks, and you also want to make sure in her teeth, if she were, you know, there can be ticks on her gum lines and all that kind of stuff. And if you haven't met Danny before, this is our pit bull rescue, and she is the sweetest dog you'd ever want to meet. And she'll just let you do anything with her. She doesn't care as long as you're messing with her. She's not food aggressive or anything. She's well behaved. We spent a lot of time training her, and she's been the best trail dog I think I've ever had. All right, well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us on Casual Camping and Outdoors, and we'll catch you next time.